Welcome back, guys. Anyways, some updates today. Pretty much I'm having super bad hardware problems and software problems with my computer and camera, so I don't even know if this video will even make it to YouTube, so I hope. Anyways, I bought a brand new HP laptop a few months ago, and I shopped around, I did my research, and based off what Adobe Premiere required, and I got everything it required, but it's still just not powerful enough to edit and export and upload the videos that I'm trying to do with like the drone shots and the music and the cuts and all that. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to look into a newer, more powerful computer. So anyways, that's kind of the explanation on why there hasn't been very many videos as I was wanting to do, but they will be coming soon. So I'm looking into either getting rid of this laptop and upgrading, or maybe using this one for a work laptop to operate the U-Haul and stuff here, and maybe look into a new computer. So pretty soon we'll get some better content and stuff, but for now I think it might be easier if I just kind of do one take videos, no cuts, no editing, nothing like that. So excuse me if I make mistakes or I stutter in my talking. Anyways, some updates as of the last video. Here is some L&I paperwork that I gotta hang up in my shop somewhere. I actually got an L&I fine recently for the COVID-19 masks, and it was pretty hefty, so I did appeal it on Monday morning. I did send out an appeal, so we'll see. We'll probably get set up with a court date soon, so we can try to fight that. I got an Oregon license plate I gotta install on a U-Haul trailer today. It's been kind of a funky week actually here. Normally I'm really busy, extremely busy, running around, my head cut off and kind of almost stressed out. But this week I kind of had like a couple changes in the schedule, but it's okay. It kind of gave me some free time to do some odds and ends. Since the last video, the Buick was sitting here. Customer did pick that up. He moved over to the East Coast, so he picked that up the other day. Ended up running pretty good. I test drove it. It kind of seemed like it was falling on its face just a little bit. Kind of seemed as if like it was kind of like starving for fuel. I did notice that there was a little bit of a pinch in the hard line that was bent up for it, so that could have restricted a little bit of the fuel flow, but I believe it was probably underpowered or probably needed a bigger carb. So I think the customer is going to upgrade the carb and go from there. But hopefully we'll get some update videos, and hopefully we'll see that thing on a dyno, and he'll send us a video so we can see. But we did get this customer's van on our lift, and we were going to do a remove and install on the motor and transmission. We were going to seal up like the rear main seal and do a couple things to the transmission and stuff. But when we drained it, our fluid was just burnt, and it just smelt burnt, and you could tell this thing was leaking fluid pretty bad, and it might have ran dry a couple times in its life. So I think the transmission's it's pretty much prematurely damaged at this point, so I don't think it's going to live a long life. Also, when we were going to pull it in, we had to put fluid in it, for one, to get it to go into gear and actually move under its own power, but two, I heard a knock and the motor was actually completely out of oil. So we put some oil in it, and the knock went away. But basically that's not only the only issues. There's other issues with this guy's motor too, and it just started looking like a bad deal. Like I could just foresee, like, yeah, we could go through with this job, charge our customers 12 hours for the labor, and then they'll be back in 30 days with more problems with this thing. And that's just not what I like to do here. So we actually called him in, and I wanted him to take a look and kind of see what we were kind of dealing with, and try to give him a couple more options. One option would be we could replace the engine and transmission, and I think that's what he wants to do. But the other option would be move forward with the job and just change the gaskets out and just do the stuff we're going to do and send it and cross our fingers. But I didn't want to be the one to make that choice, so I called our customer in, and he actually really appreciated that, and he is actually going to go follow through with a new motor and new transmission with warranty through LKQ. So he was really appreciative that we didn't just go do the job and then just we'll see him back in 30 days and then be taking more of his money. So it's not what we're trying to do here. So he was pretty happy. So anyways, we will be today we should hear back on when the availability on that engine and transmission would be, and that will tell us whether or not we want to pull this transmission and engine now and get it ready for our core, because they're going to be taking the core, or if it's going to be a little bit longer since the subframe drop and we won't have be able to put any wheels back on it unless we put the subframe back on, which we might do. We might push it out for now, put the wheels back on, get it out of here for now, free up our lift because we got some other jobs to do, and maybe depending when the motor's going to be here, we'll pull it back in a day or two ahead of time and we'll pull the engine and transmission. So that's kind of an update on what's going on the auto repair side of things. We're still working on the spray booth. My electricians should be here today to button this up, and I'm hoping by the end of the day or at least the end of the week that we have a working spray booth here. It did function, but we were actually adding these micro switches as you've seen in the last video. So as soon as those work, we're good to go. Don't worry, those aren't hot. So as far as the right-hand drive Honda Civic, since it's been kind of a funky week and I kind of had a couple things in my schedule happen to free me up a little bit, I didn't waste any time and I went ahead and got the turbo manifold out, and it was cracked. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit. So it took me about 45 minutes, but I got the manifold out and checked the turbo. The turbo seemed good. Not very much, no shaft play at all. Everything seemed good. We got the nitrous bottle out too because we're actually gonna go fill that up. I guess Napa and Everson, or not Everson, Sumas, I believe, if I'm right, maybe it might be Everson, has nitrous. So we're gonna go ahead and fill that up here soon so we can finish plumbing in the system and do some more street tuning and maybe fire off the nitrous a little bit too. So also, you can see some other parts over there. But anyways, we got that. I said I'd show you the cracked manifold, but here is the top mount manifold. So it bolts on the motor this direction. And that's the elbow that my external wastegate bolts to. But basically it just blew out right around the weld. So we're gonna send it out to our good friend Jordan at Vicious Auto Works, and we're gonna have him retig it and probably add a little bracket that's gonna strengthen this pipe. So anyways, I inspected the rest of the manifold for cracks. I didn't see any damage, so that's a good thing. But we do need to strengthen this point right here because obviously that was a weak point that didn't really last long. So anyways, there you go. Also, I actually filmed it, but it wasn't working, which is why I'm having problems with the camera and the equipment and stuff. But we did replace the fuel pump. We put a Walbro 255 in there. We also took out the fuel sending unit for the fuel level, and we cleaned off the contacts, and it worked. And then I noticed yesterday before I pulled the manifold, I took it out and I test drove it. It was pegged full again, so it is actually not working. So we're gonna go ahead and just order a new fuel sending unit, and hopefully that fixes our problem as far as our fuel level reading, and we'll install that. So it won't take long. You just have to take out the bottom of the seat, so it won't take long to get back to it. So unfortunately, I tried to save a little bit of money by doing a repair instead of just replacing, but it's giving me false readings. So anyways, new fuel pump worked. We're sitting about 40 to 41 PSI at idle on a cold start. So we're good there. So we are getting close. So every time we do something to this thing, something else breaks and we take 2 steps back, but she's getting close. Before the winter comes, I'd love to get some glass in it, do a detail on it, and I got a couple other little things we're gonna add on it too, and maybe we'll be able to get a chance to do some more street tuning before we tuck her away for the winter. So We are gonna put that probably in our shipping container for storage and lock it up for the winter. So anyways, that's kind of an update on that. Let's see here. I'm getting ready to go pick up a customer's car, which I don't always do, but in this case they live close. We deal with a lot of people that are actually close, that live around here. They come in, they're like, oh, we just live around the corner. So anyways, these are some repeat customers, so I love treating my repeat customers the best I can. I treat everybody the best I can, but my repeats are definitely take priority. So I got them. They were gonna come in and drop a detail off on Monday, and they actually couldn't get the vehicle started. And I believe it to be just a dead battery because they said it ran when they parked it there, but it was just clicking when they went to start it. They said they tried to jump it, but I think their jump pack was a little weak. So we'll bring out our professional grade jump pack and we'll go jump it. We'll get it here and we'll probably detail it up and we'll send it out to them on Friday. So anyways, that's what we're gonna do today, guys. So like, comment, subscribe, really helps me out, and we'll see you on the next one.